Okay, good morning, everybody. This is Donovan Sadiq, the recovering Democrat. I am still in the Dominican Republic. This is my third week. I leave here Friday, heading back home. I kind of miss my dog and my cat. Today is, is February 15th. It's 10 a.m. here, February 15th, 10 a.m. That means it is 6 a.m. back in California. So I would usually be getting up at around this time and doing all that. Real quick. Controversy. A big problem. A big problem for who? It's not for the brothers out there that are getting their passports and going to other countries and looking at other options. This thing here is a big problem for Western women. Had a great time here. Matter of fact, I got an appointment in about an hour, so this isn't going to be a very, very long video. But just wanted to recap and top on a topic of brothers going out there and exploring your options. Again, there is a significant difference between men that are going overseas to get wives, which I would call passport brothers, and young men who are going over there to have a good time. There's a significant difference. Just like you have hoes and you have nice women, there's a difference, okay? So we got to do that. A little bit about my passport. Okay, I just got this renewed. This is my fourth passport in my lifetime. I'm 52 years old. This is my fourth passport. 3 blue ones, 1 brown one being in the military. These passports are, I believe, encoded and digitized now. I told you guys the story about the guy that came here and he kind of can't find his passport. I think his buddies were playing a trick on him. So anyway, Super Bowl is over. Everything has died down. This has really, in the 3 weeks that I've been here, there really hasn't been any unforeseen craziness. Now, the big narrative, and unfortunately in this broadcast, I cannot share my screen because StreamYard changed, I guess, some of their settings. I'm not really familiar with it, but I'm going to do a video later on where you have a lot of women out there I don't understand it. I really don't understand. You don't want to deal with black men, for 40 something years, the narrative has been, we ain't shit, we ain't this, we no good, blah, blah, blah. But once again, black women never taking accountability for the decisions of who they have children with and all that other stuff. Even if all that is true, it's not all of us, just like it's not all women out there that are bashing men. All black women do not bash men. We're not into allism, okay? So that's my fourth passport. So this is something that's not new to me. I personally am not a passport bro. Okay. I come from a military environment. Your original guys that have known what has been going over here have been in the military. And a lot of your military men have mixed children. Not all of them. I mean, it's a small group of military men that have mixed children, but they have mixed children. And this is black men, Hispanic men, white men, Asian men. Everybody that's been in the military that I'm aware of is aware that wherever there were military bases overseas, there was intermingling within the local population. You've got ignorant women on YouTube talking about, oh, they put military bases in these poor areas so that the people could be exploited. That is not true. A military base is set up because of those US dollars that are out there. You don't want a military base around a big civilian population. It's too much of a distraction. But when a base is set up, the population populates around it because of those soldiers being there, those airmen and those sailors being there, okay? A good example, how many of you guys remember back in the 1990s when the base closures were happening? Fort Dix, McGuire, New Jersey. I was stationed there at McGuire Air Force Base. Fort Dix was the other side of the base, was a big training base for the Army. When Fort Dix closed, did not the prostitution in that area significantly go down? It did. Wherever there is a base, there is vices that come along with that to stimulate the economy. Whenever there's a military base, I live next to March Air Reserve Base right now, which is formerly March Air Force Base, which was my first duty station. When that was an active base, that duty station pumped between $27 million to $35 million into the local economy. Because a lot of stuff was outsourced. You want to get your dry cleaning done. Military people get their dry cleaning done. And military people are part of the community, especially the families. When that base became a reserve base, right now it is estimated that that base still pumps about $16 million into the local economy. Norton Air Force Base, which is 12 miles away, city of San Bernardino. Yeah, I'm sure a lot of you guys have heard about the city of San Bernardino. It was at one time one of the typical American cities in the 70s. It was designated that. And you know, bad decisions, whatever. The base was there that kept the city afloat. When the base finally closed in 1992, I believe, San Bernardino was done. And shortly afterwards, the city of San Bernardino declared bankruptcy. One of the biggest cities in the United, well, not the biggest cities, but a major city in the United States declared bankruptcy. Because all it had left was that base that was keeping it afloat in revenue and things going on like that. So, you know, a lot of people are saying, oh, Donovan, you know, you're not putting up any videos, whatever. Hey, I've been here several times. There's nothing that I have not done here that you have not seen. You know, I traveled, I snorkeled, I scuba dived when I'm getting ready to go to my clinic for medical attention. And after that, I'm going to go swim. So there's really nothing I can show you guys that I didn't show you guys in my previous visits here. But what I wanted to talk about was the ignorance of a lot of these women that are putting out these false narratives. So later on, I'm going to put on a video where I'm going to show you the 2023 statistics in prostitution around the world, because that's the narrative that they're using. Okay. And it's totally stupid. So my men and brothers that are out there watching this video, stay tuned, because I want you to use the knowledge that I'm going to give you in regards to what these women are saying. It's total bullshit. Okay. Guilt, shame, those same things that Kevin Samuels said that women use to work against men. You know, the solution for women in the Western world is very simple. Get with our program, period. Not every man is abusive. Not every man is this. Do you got some dirt bags out there? Absolutely. And the funny thing is, you guys keep picking them. And then you want to be mad. Hey, when a sister is with a white man or with an Asian man or with a Hispanic man, do I like it in my heart? No. But you know what? If that's what's going to make her happy, you go on ahead and do that. You go on ahead and find your happiness. Black men especially are stressed enough just being in the United States. You mean to tell me we got to come home and be stressed out at home as well? I want you guys to know this information, brothers. Like I said, tune into that video that I'm going to make. If you are making $60,000, and I'm going to correct myself from before. If you're making $90,000, you're in the top 10% of people in the world. You're in the top 10% of people in the world. You are in that bracket, the top 10% of people in the world. If you're making $60,000, you're in the 20%. Before I had said 60 puts you in the 10. It actually puts you in the 20%. You know, that's still a high number to be around the globe. So 60,000 is the magic number. And you could live very, very comfortably anywhere around here, $60,000. I'm in the Dominican Republic. I've been looking at a lot of properties. I can rent a 2-bedroom apartment in some places, $500 a month. 2-bedroom apartment, the highest I've ever seen, $700 a month. $700 a month, and it probably has a little bit more amenities, right? Now, remember, these apartments aren't as large as the American properties. So you got to think about that. But, you know, if you're just here by yourself or here with your significant other, you really don't need a lot. It's simple living is what it is. And for me, I enjoy simplicity. In the time that I've retired from the military, I retired in 2012. I look in my garage and I look in my house. I cannot believe, just by myself, not married, not anything else, what I've accumulated by myself in about 11 years, 10, 11 years. It's madness. In America, we have people that will pay money for items they're not even used just to be stored. It's madness. But my point is, you guys, tone into that video, because I'm going to give you some statistics and some talking points to show you that these women are so delusional. They are so delusional. They are mad for the simple fact that you are taking your resources and going somewhere else. If you had a choice between Target and Walmart, they have the exact same item, and Target is cheaper because you got their little debit card thing that takes the 5% off, would you go to Target or would you go to Walmart? That's exactly how it is in America. Do you want to deal with the feminist agenda? And that's my issue in the Western world. I am not with the feminist agenda. I am not with this Democratic bullshit that don't deliver what they say they're going to deliver. And Black people are being brutalized and all that. And a lot of these young brothers, God bless you guys are seeing and your eyes are open to what is going on. Let me tell you guys something. I have been traveling all of my life. Started traveling when I was about 3 years old. My mom put my brother and I on a plane for the summer to go spend time with our grandparents and our people in Louisiana. I was born in Louisiana, but I'm a California kid. I've been a California kid since I was brought to California when I was 6 months old. California is all I know. And so from the time I was 4 years old, I was used to traveling, always traveling. And let me tell you something. You cannot travel if you do not have any money. Okay. You've got to have money to travel. And I'll give you an example. And that shows you the type of mindset and the type of women that are putting out this BS, because an educated woman would not talk about stuff like that. Hey, facts, not feelings, you're back. But I'll give you an example. I'm traveling, my Discover card, my American Express card, and my basic Visa Platinum. I carry 3 forms of monetary compensation just in case I lose one and I need to do this, or I get in trouble or something happens. You got to have a backup to a backup. They do not use Cash App in the Dominican Republic. Another tip, if you're a seasoned traveler, research the monetary values of the country you're going to. When I was here 2 years ago, a young man came in from New York, and he was using his Cash App Visa card or whatever it was, and he tried to get money out of an ATM and couldn't do it. You know, there was something restrictive or something. Then, I told him, I said, is that then he realized, oh my God, yeah, whatever. And somebody had to wire him money from the States. To travel, you have to have money, because not only do you got to buy the ticket, you might have to buy the visa, depending on what country you're going to. You've got to eat while you're there. You've got to have a place to stay, be it an Airbnb, be it a hotel. You still have to get around, the transportation and all that other stuff. It seems like every time I leave my hotel, I have to throw a tip to the motococho or the security guard. Or I travel with my cigarettes to give people, those things to ensure my safety. Because people are saying, why are you always giving the security guard is free? So some of the guys that don't know, they go, no, man, you don't have to give him anything. I said, no. Yes, I do. Because if some shit jumps down, guess who's going to be the first to be protected? It's going to be me. You got to take care of your bartenders. You got to take care of these things. I am here in the Dominican Republic, in the area that I'm known, I am known as the guy that will spend money. I will spend money. Now, the girls running around here call me El Chipido because I don't want to spend money with them because that's not my thing. But to the local merchants, I mean, I'm a bald-headed dude. I went to my barber down the street. Do you guys know how long it's been since I was even eligible to sit in the barber shop and talk local politics with my brothers and all these young, guys, and just get that feel of that? That's something that, the men do, especially the black men. That's where we meet and we congregate and we talk issues and stuff. Do you know how good it feels to be sitting in the chair? And there's not much he can do. I mean, my hair is growing, but I keep it low, whatever it is. But, he could at least buff it, right? For $5. Just give him $5 just to buff my hair and just to be in there, just to be talking shit, swallowing spit. You know what I mean? So that is an important thing in the black community, to be able to go to the barber shop. And now I hear, you got guys that are getting their haircuts now for haircut might be $25. And then you give the guy a tip. Sometimes I've heard it's been $50 sometimes just to get your haircut. And if you're a young guy that has that really good growth of hair, you're going to the barber, every 2 weeks? That's $100. That's $100. Now, yes, my hair can grow. My hairline is, you guys can see right here. My hairline is kind of like right here, but hell with that. I'll shave it off for free and just be done with it. And then that $100 that I save, I can go do other things with it. Is that not correct? But anyway, we're going to dispel the rumors of all this BS that these women are dispelling. And it's crazy how the solution is very simple. Start acting right. The feminist agenda is dying. It's dying. It's dying. The men are sick of it. The younger men see what's going on and they want peace. They don't want to make the same mistakes my generation has to deal with, and the struggles that we had to go through with the system being used against us and weaponized against us. Fellas, I'm going to tell you guys this. Walking around, being around beautiful women that when you pass them and you say good morning or you say hello, they say hello back and they smile. You could just walk up to just about anybody and just have a conversation without them thinking that you have an ulterior motive. It has nothing to do with them being poor and all this other stuff. That's another thing that they're trying to use. Poor, Fifth Ward, Compton, some of the boroughs in New York, South Carolina, one of the poorest districts that Jimbo Glaburn comes from. And these women have the nerve to talk about other countries being poor. Let me tell you something. When I was in South Africa and I went to Soweto, I thought I was in the United States. People are the same everywhere, but it's that boule. It's these boule people that want you young brothers to just bask in the misery and basically trying to tell you this is your only option. It's not. It is not your only option. So I want you guys to look at the video I'm going to do later on today after I get done with my appointment and I go swimming and all that other good stuff. Have a nice time here. And I'm going to tell you, it's going to disprove a lot of what they're saying. It's just crazy. That shows you there's no accountability with these women. And fellas, if you're tired of it, get your passports and leave or do what I do. Okay, I've been traveling all my life. I love traveling, but I also love what I have in the United States, right? Maybe you might be like me and become a seasonal traveler, a snowbird. Certain times of the year, you'll go here, then you'll go here, then you'll go here, right? Then you come home. I don't really see myself like living and staying in another country for an extended period of time. I want to come back to the United States because, I'm getting older now. If I was younger, I would have done it. Like when I was younger living in Japan, we stayed there for an extended period of time, 5-7 years, then we move on, whatever. But fellas, especially young guys, do not let the system disqualify you from getting this passport, okay? You need a passport or I live in Southern California. Mexico is 90 miles from my home. For $160, you can get both of these. This right here is a travel card, passport card, right? That lets me go into Mexico or Canada without this, and connecting Caribbean countries. So I could go down to Guatemala or Honduras, as long as they're connecting. If I'm on a cruise ship, this is valid. So then I don't have to take this, right? For $160, do not let these women disqualify you from going somewhere else and being happy. The reason why there is a high crime thing in our community, one of the reasons, is because of opportunity. Same thing that they have here. There's not a lot of opportunity for these people. So when you get desperate, what do you think people are willing to do? Okay, they're not going to kill you, but they might rob you. I mean, it's kill or be killed, right? Same thing in the United States. Same thing. But I'm going to do this video and I'm going to dispel, because I've been sitting here as everything has calmed down, and I'm watching these videos of these women just totally out of their minds. And fellas, don't you fall for it. Oh, we're going to change. Remember the soft girl era that was supposed to, where's that? You don't hear them talking about it anymore, because it was a trick. It was a trick. My recommendation, if you are a young person, even if you're an old person and you are single, and you've got some people that aren't single and they want to take their significant others, that's fine. Because I've met some couples here, black couples here. Freaky, I don't know. But I've met them here. Get your passport. It's good for 10 years. 10 years. Takes a lot for it to be taken once it's issued. Okay, you got to do some heinous shit before the State Department revokes it. Okay? Go and travel and open horizons. I remember when my youngest son graduated high school, and I sat him down and I said, what are you going to do? Oh, I'm going to go straight to college, like mom said I should go straight to college. I said, son, fuck all that. Fuck all that. I said, why don't you go to Europe for a year and just bum around and just experience what you need to experience, and just see what's out there, see what's going on. Just travel for a year. All I'm asking you to do, I said, that's what I would tell you to do, travel for a year. I'll help you, I'll fund, help you, I'm not going to do everything, but I'm going to, help you do what you need to do. Right. And then you come back after a year, take a break from all this bullshit schooling. Then you go back, you're going to be motivated. He didn't do that. He went straight to school and straight to work. Madness, because he's been indoctrinated to do that. We've all been indoctrinated to do that. I didn't get a chance to go to college in the traditional sense. I was in the military and trying to go to school. So it's a little bit different.